Hey everyone, welcome. Make sure that I've got the settings correct. Yes, we do. So, welcome back to reading Warrior Goddess Training. This is actually our last day today. Really, just what an incredible journey it's been for us as we have read the entire book. Good morning. And we started early September to honor the 7th anniversary of Warrior Goddess Training. Myself or one of our Warrior Goddess mentors, Serena or Tara, has been reading every weekday morning since September. And today, October 25th, we will read the last part of Warrior Goddess Training. So, and it's so perfect. The timing is really phenomenal. The timing is we're reading about Teotihuacan and a journey that I had to Mexico many moons ago, and I'm leaving for Mexico tomorrow. So I love the whole full circleness of it. So welcome everyone. Hey Doreen, hey Amy, hey Renee, welcome. So if you're joining us, go ahead and share in the chat. Hey Fina, Connie, Donna, good morning. Hey Valerie, I know, isn't it wild? Yes, Lauren. Yeah, so what has come out of this reading is a vision for a podcast that will start probably February. So it's in the works where I'll do like 5-minute snippets around Warrior Goddess Training. And so it'll be an everyday inspirational yumminess. So, and after this, I'm going into full on teaching mode for a couple weeks, and then I'm going to really pull back and put my energy into working on my book. So I have a book that I'm not sure when it'll come out, but my plan is to get it done by the end of December. So excited about that. And the book, many of you have been kind of following along. I had the vision for a book that I've been working on this summer, and I'm pivoting. That book is still being worked on, but that's going to take a longer time. So I'm working on another book that we're tentatively calling Warrior Woman, How to Get Your Shit Together, a workbook of how to get your shit together. Should be fun. Good. Michelle, good morning. Oh, good. Hey, Anne, Mary Ann, hey, Sherry, good. Welcome. Yeah, the podcasts are so fun. I'm in love with podcasts now. I listen to them whenever I travel. So, good morning, Carmela. Ah, beautiful. So I am back for a day in New Mexico. We just got back. A group of us were up on the land outside of Santa Fe this weekend with a leadership retreat, our leadership team. Small group, really beautiful to be up there and do ritual and ceremony. And as part of the Journey of the 9 Moons, the online Warrior Goddess Training Circle, we continued with the ceremony that we had started yesterday. It was really just yummy, or Saturday, excuse me. So really, really grateful for the ways that we can connect online, the ways that we can weave this web of healing together. Hey, Doreen, welcome. Yeah. So I am in right now Las Vegas, New Mexico. It's about an hour outside of Santa Fe. This land was the land of the Jacarillo Apache. Nearby us is the Jemez Pueblo and also the Pecos Pueblo. So on either side, and this was an old trade route for both the natives that were here and later, and also all the way from Kansas, actually. So there were also the Comanche that came through here, the Kiowa, and the those are the two main ones, Comanche, Kiowa, and the Apache. All right, loves. So we're on page 146 if you want to read along with me. Look at how much we've read. Yeah. Doreen, the tentative title of the new book, this will probably change, but this is my working title, and working titles often change. The working title is Warrior Woman, a workbook to get your shit together. It's fun. It makes me giggle every time I think about it. So it'll be fun writing the workbook. Hey, Susan, good morning. Yeah. So we are on lesson 10, the final lesson in Warrior Goddess Training out of 10 lessons. Lesson 10, Choose Your Path. And the subtitle, Helping Others Heal. Hey, Kusala, great. So glad you joined us from Finland. Yay. Years ago, after taking many groups to the pyramids of Teotihuacan in Mexico, a friend and I had a beautiful vision of bringing an all women's group on a pilgrimage to Teotihuacan. Our intent was to connect with the female ancestors of this ancient Toltec site and open up to how we could be in service to humanity. The experience we had on our final day of this trip at the top of the majestic Pyramid of the Sun transformed not only our little group, but rippled out to heal others in an unexpected way. What happened that day also helped all of us shed old insecurities. On our way to the pyramid, we stopped and blessed each cardinal direction and left offerings of water and cornmeal to honor the ancestors and creators of this sacred place. Pure, sweet silence and prayers. As we moved up the pyramid, we each became more unified and aligned with this peaceful energy. But when we arrived at the top, my mind kicked in. Oh, lots of people in the center. Sunday, busy. We will need to do a quick ceremony. So, y'all, I've been going to the pyramids of Teotihuacan since 1996, I believe, and have been really blessed to travel there many, many times with Don Miguel, and then to start bringing groups down there. And the Pyramid of the Sun is the largest of the three pyramid complexes. And it's different like you can walk around the outside to get to the top. There's a large top, the footprint of the pyramid, just so you get an idea, the footprint of the Pyramid of the Sun in Mexico, Teotihuacan, Mexico, is identical to the footprint of the Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. It's just different at the top. So it's not like this, it's flat at the top. So as we were doing the ceremony, like as I wrote, we had gathered flowers and water, and we had this beautiful vision of doing a ceremony really specifically for women. And when we got to the top, it was a Sunday, it was super busy, and my mind was like, oh gosh, we've got to do a quick ceremony because we're going to be in people's way. I've had a couple prior experiences at Teotihuacan where the crowds were upset at us for taking up the center to do a ceremony like the one we're about to perform. Most of the time, people ignore us, and I'd held on to people will be upset, which caused me to want to rush the ceremony. As we came closer to the center, a small window of space opened up in the crowd, and I thought, well, we will do the ceremony here quickly and then move it to where there are fewer people. In my vision earlier in the day, I knew that Jill would be across from me and Diane and Christy across from each other. As the four of us sat down, the crowd continued moving all around us, seemingly oblivious to our presence. Don't bother getting too comfortable, I said. We will not be here for too long. I began the ceremony by saying, inside circle, look into each other's eyes. Outside circle, hold. We took 3 deep breaths, and I felt the energy of the inner circle lock in place. And it seemed like time had shifted from rushing forward to a place of being in the eternal, present moment. Although I could feel this amazing power and energy coming from inside the circle, I was still nervous about what was happening outside of our group. I glanced quickly around and my body flooded with relief and joy. People were actually circling us with curiosity and positive energy, totally open to what we were doing. We were being completely supported by strangers. My expectation and fear were further blasted out of my being as I looked up and saw people with tears in their eyes and others with their arms up, feeling the energy we were creating. I smiled and said to Jill and the group, okay, you can get comfortable. We'll be here for a while. As I settled into gazing into Jill's eyes, I felt our circle nuzzle in closer and drop deeper into the electrifying energy of the moment. I felt us as one organism, pure energy moving. I invited Diane and Christy to pull out the chalice and water we had brought. It was as if the chalice and water just appeared in their hands. The energy did not shift at all. I knew there was something much, much bigger at work. Instinctually, Diana held out the chalice, and their hands met as Christy poured the water, and they both sent out healing energy of light and love. Now bring it up to the sky, I whispered, and they lifted the chalice up, letting the sun pour into it. I felt as if the energy was now peaking all around us, rushing from the bottom of the pyramid up into the chalice as a ray of light came down from the sky. Pour a little bit on the pyramid, I said. So much emotion of tears and joy as the water flowed over the stone. We sat for a bit longer, bathing in the glow of the energy. I dipped my fingers in the water and blessed each woman in our circle, touching water to her third eye. Tears still come to my eyes now when I feel what happened next. A voice within me said, "Now share this with the people." I turned to Diana and said, "Let's stand up and share the water with everyone." She started blessing the crowd, and women began reaching out to her. Mothers held out their babies to be blessed. Young girls held out their jewelry. A Japanese woman reached out to be blessed and then gathered water in her hands for her husband, who was videoing everything. I encouraged Christy to stand as well, and soon I saw they needed more help, so I stood up as well. Young boys, older women, grown men all came with their hands out, respectful, in awe, open. I scooped water into my hands over and over and turned to the crowd, pouring water into their hands, touching their foreheads. Women took water from my hands and carried it to their children. One woman was crying and thanking us over and over again. A man asked me, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Blessing the water of Teotihuacan." And he nodded and said, "Thank you." I stepped out of the circle and watched Diane and Christy surrounded by people, our women's circle mingling with beloved strangers. Then Christy was at my side, watching. She whispered, "Now pour the water on the pyramid." And a moment later, Diana knelt down and emptied the chalice onto the pyramid. As she came over to us, the crowd closed, reaching to touch the water. Our circle gathered around, and Diana pulled out flowers that we had brought for the ceremony. We started passing them out to the circle, and immediately people came to take the offerings as well. The crowd had become our new friends. By this time, there were so many layers of people trying to touch the water that it was impossible to bring a final flower offering to the center of the pyramid. We walked around the outside of the pyramid and blessed each direction with water and our flowers. At the second corner, a tour guide stood with two clients, and one of them asked, "What are they doing?" The tour guide scoffed and said, "I do not know. They probably don't know either." My heart flew open. Yes, we don't know what we're doing, and we are being completely, utterly guided. And this is the guidance. As warrior goddess women, we can bring healing back to the planet and the people. We must be brave, open, trusting, and giving. We need to move past old stories of being ladylike or non threatening or normal and break the chains of our fears to share our gifts fully. The world is waiting with open hands. It is time to stop isolating ourselves. It is time to step up to serve all. Be the woman that you are meant to be, not the woman that you think you should be or the woman others want you to be. Look in the mirror and say hello to the warrior goddess staring back at you. Befriend her, support her, love her, and let her open her wings to soar. When you open your heart to yourself, quirks and all, you change the world. When you let go of pleasing others because you think you have to, when you relinquish trying to squeeze yourself into a metaphoric shoe that doesn't fit so you can be accepted, you come home to the comfort of yourself. And when you embrace the precious warrior goddess that you are, you naturally want others to know the truth of themselves as well. Each step in your healing, no matter how tiny, ripples out from you to heal everyone around you. And every time you embrace your fiery nature or your sweet silliness, let me read that one again. And every time you embrace your fiery nature or your sweet stillness, every time you deliver a full-bodied yes or a clear no, you also make waves. The world needs your brand of kindness and love, your power, your sacred ritual, your creativity, your quiet presence, your magnificent vision, your charming silliness. Here's to you, warrior goddess, embodied heroine, slayer of unconsciousness, beloved of the world. Go forth and empower. Beautiful. All right, let me read the epilogue. I know I love this story so much, and we are going to say goodbye to Destiny because loves, anybody that DMs you or tells you to DM them, ignore. Okay, no, not That's a no. Delete comment. Okay, I think we got that. I know. Isn't that the best story? Let's read that last line again because it's so good. It always makes me tear up. The world needs your brand of kindness and love, your power, your sacred ritual, your creativity, your quiet presence, your magnificent vision, and your charming silliness. Here's to you, warrior goddess, embodied heroine, slayer of unconsciousness, beloved of the world. Go forth and empower. So here's the epilogue. I found God in myself and I loved her. I loved her fiercely. And that's from Nozaki Shange. As I woke up this morning from a dream, I thought of you. I imagined sitting across from you, warrior goddess, to warrior goddess, holding your hands in mine, looking into your eyes and saying, I believe in you. I see your beauty. I see your gifts. I have faith in you. So true. I do. Even though I may not know you personally, I know you are worthy of love. I know you're a gift to humanity. And I know you probably need a dedicated cheerleader, a loving advocate. I know there are times when maybe you should not take yourself so darn seriously. I know without a doubt that you are important and valuable. I know you are me and I am you. We are growing, healing, loving, falling down, getting back up again. We are women. We are a force that can change the world. In my dream, all women recognize their worth, their wisdom, the healing power of their laughter. We hold hands across nations, across religions, across divisions. And we reach out to invite every child, every man, every single being, regardless of gender or belief or experience, to hold hands with us. We weave a web of acceptance, respect, love, and forgiveness. And then we get to work celebrating life, dancing through our fears, and nurturing the sassy spark within each of us. Be a warrior goddess. Keep cleaning. Keep living the warrior goddess lessons. Commit to you. Align with life. Purify your vessel. Ground your being and free your past. Energize your sexuality and creativity. Claim your strength and ignite your will. Open your heart. Speak your truth. Embody your wisdom. Choose your path. Repeat. Keep saying yes to yourself and let the nectar of your yes overflow so others can find their unique divine yes. Be an inspiration. Be you. And there we go. Yay. So thanks everyone that's been on the journey as we've read Warrior Goddess Training, and welcome to those of you that are just joining us. Maybe we have been reading Warrior Goddess Training for the last almost 2 months now, and lessons 1 through 10 complete, epilogue complete. Yay! So next steps, for those of you that want to continue on the journey, you can join our Warrior Goddess Women group. So we have a really beautiful group that you're welcome to join on Facebook. You're also welcome to join us in the Warrior Goddess Training Circle. We still are open. We're going to be closing next week. But if you want to join us in that incredible journey of the 9 moons and the container that we're creating to be held, to learn how to take the Warrior Goddess teachings from the reading into your life, how to really embody them, you can still join. And it is, you can check it out. It is at no cost through November 1st. And then we're closing the circle. So let me just share that. You're so welcome. Yeah, and any comments, like for those of you that have been part for a while, which is what was your favorite moment? What was your favorite lesson? How are you feeling? And here's the information for the circle. If you want to learn more, coupon code is YAY. Come join us there if you want to continue. Oh, thanks, Laura. I'm so glad. It's been so wonderful. Cherie, blessed to be part of the circle. Yeah, you're welcome, Dory. Anne Marie, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome, loves. Marseille, even though I have not met you in person yet, you and the teachings, you are a true soul sister. Many blessings, and may we all receive it. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, love. Yeah, I'm so grateful to get to share. And as I say to the journey of the nine moons that we just started, I'm on the journey as well, and excited to go back through the lessons, because it's not like with this book, and I think this is true for many, many books. You don't just read it once necessarily. You can read it over and over again, and it will deepen every time you read it. And every time I go through the lessons, I deepen in my relationship with self, in my capacity, in my own healing. And so it's just such a joy to get to journey with others, whether it's your first time through the lessons or it's your 20th time. Sonia, sad the book is over again. My second time reading. So coming soon. Oh, the other thing is, please join the podcast, or sign up for the podcast. There's a lot of great interviews, and I'm about to start doing the interviews again, more interviews. So we're going to start releasing more interviews. And then I'm also working on a second podcast that'll start next year that is readings from Warrior Goddess training and commenting. I love Anne Marie that you've read the book 6 times. That's fabulous. Lauren, the wisdom of these lessons is fresh and powerful. Every time I read, listen, it's the best. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Valerie. This has been so amazing and opening and encouraging for me. Much needed heart medicine. Beautiful. Mary Ann, hey, love. I read it many times. It was so great reading it along with you. Yeah, wasn't that fun? I know, I feel sad. Yeah, and thank you so much to Tara and Serena, who also read. Um, oh, thank you, Fina. I've so loved joining here with this reading. This last section made me leak from my eyes. I know, it always makes me feel teary. Are the podcasts on the website? They are. Yes. Link for the podcast. So what podcast? warriorgoddess.com. Get ready for it. /podcast. So that's where all the podcasts live. So I've done 20 interviews that are public, or I guess 10 interviews and 10 little lessons. And I'm about to release, tomorrow we'll release another link. And let me put this in beforehand. Coupon code, yay. I'm just adding the full link. Try this one. Somebody said that the website wasn't working. Try that one and see if that works. And then here's the podcast. Oh, it's trying to circle. Yeah. Yeah. So the podcasts are on the Warrior Goddess page, but you can also listen on Spotify, on iTunes, on Stitcher. So it's available on all the different platforms. So for those of you that are podcast aficionados, you can find my podcast, which is called Warrior Goddess Revolution, anywhere that you listen to podcasts, pretty much. You can also go to the webpage. Oh, that didn't work. To the website and go warriorgoddess.com. I'm going to try one more time. warriorgoddess.com/podcast. And there's a lot of other resources on the website. So if you haven't joined our mailing list, highly recommend. Another great way to stay in touch. And I will be doing much less social media in the next coming months in terms of doing lives, because I'm going to be writing. Yay! Yeah, absolutely, Julie. It'll be up for a bit. And so listen to the podcast. I'm going to start releasing episodes tomorrow. And yeah, we'll check in with all of you. Sakina, we're working on the subtitles for the podcast, so we're not there yet, but that's something that is in the works for sure. Darlene, which is the one with the 9 moons, please? So Darlene, the Journey of the 9 Moons is the place where we have a small intimate group that's going through the lessons in Warrior Goddess training and learning different tools and how to integrate them in our lives. It's part of our larger Warrior Goddess training circle. That is starting now. So if you want to join, you're still welcome to. We're about to close the circle, and that is the warriorgoddess.com/circle. Put in coupon code YAY, YAY, and that'll give you until November 1st, so 6 days to check it out to see if it feels like a match to you. And after that, okay, good. Thank you, Maria. It's $97 a month, and you'll see when you check out the circle, the amount of information and guidance that's in the Warrior Goddess training circle and in the Journey of the 9 Moons is huge. Okay, so lots and lots of information and guidance. Katie, do you anticipate other online teachings, learnings besides the journey that I'm in the coming year? Yes, we're going to be launching, for those of you that have already been through Ignite or are a facilitator, I'm going to be offering a mystery school. That's going to be a year-long intensive. And this is only for people that have done the work already. So Katie, if you're on our list, which I know you are, check your email, because I would love you to be part of that mystery school. It'll start at the solstice. Anne Marie, yes. I will miss reading with you all as well, because it's been really a joy, a really beautiful joy. And I will also be doing more podcasts, so you can also, tune in there. You can also go back and listen to other videos that are on the Facebook, wherever you're tuning in, YouTube, Facebook. Join the Warrior Goddess Women Facebook group for ongoing inspiration. And hey, Jesper. And join the circle. The circle is where you have the most access to me and to the Warrior Goddess mentors. So as part of the circle, I teach every Wednesday, and there's a lot of offerings during the week as well. So you don't have to miss us. Come join the circle. And Sarah also joined Warrior Goddess Women group if you're not part of it already. That's the online Facebook group, so that's free. And we also have scholarships for those of you that would love to continue with this work but are concerned about your resources. We feel really strongly that nobody should be not able to do something that would benefit their spirit, their soul, their life. So we do have scholarships available for the circle. Again, the circle is ongoing. Warrior Goddess Training Circle, that's our membership circle. It's a right now we're about to close it down. Yay! So I would love you to join us, and then we will reopen again next year. So we will be reopening the circle again. Yes. Sonia, I really liked Friday lesson. I'd forgotten about wearing 2 different warrior stories, the big magical one and the smaller one to wear for the day. Good, that was powerful. I know, I love that. That's a beautiful, your little myth and your big myth. Why are you here? What's the creative story, the creation story of you? You can have fun with that. And what is your focus? Where are you putting your energy now? Yes, Sarah, Warrior Goddess Facebook. There's many versions of it. So the one I'm thinking of, which is the more closed circle where we share more of the lessons, is it's this, the Warrior Goddess Women group. I don't have the link with me, but that's what you want to search for. The Facebook group, Warrior Goddess Women. Okay. We also have Warrior Goddess Inspiration, which is inspiring quotes. There's also the Warrior Goddess training page, which some of you are on right now. And that is inspirational quotes as well. So if you want to do a deeper dive, yeah, Warrior Goddess Women group. And I know there's lots of overlapping Warrior Goddess things. So Warrior Goddess Women group, the Facebook group, is free. It's just inspirational content and some of the teachings. If you want to do a deep dive and come join me, I'm in the circle. I'm not much in Facebook going forward. This was my my love blast to all of you in celebration of Warrior Goddess training. It's really a joy to get to read the entire book. And yes, I will read future books in the future, but for now, I'm going in. I'm going to go work on another book, and that means that I need to really put my focus on writing. And if you want to continue to journey with me, please consider joining the Warrior Goddess Training Circle and being on the journey of the 9 moons with us. warriorgoddess.com/circle. I teach every other week there and do lots of other pop-ins. Yes, and it'll be fun when the podcast starts because you'll get me reading to you again. All right, babes, you are magnificent. Let's just read this last line. A reminder. The world needs your brand of kindness and love, your power, your sacred ritual, your creativity, your quiet presence, your magnificent vision, and your charming silliness. Here's to you, warrior goddess, embodied heroine, slayer of unconsciousness, beloved of the world. Go forth and empower. All my love to each of you. Thanks so much for being on this journey with me, whether you're just joining for the first time right now or whether you've been with us every morning as we've read Warrior Goddess Training. I love you. I see you. I'm so grateful to be part of this community. And even though I'm going to be pulling back to work on the next book, my heart's still with you. And there's lots of other ways that you can plug in and look forward to when we connect again. Thank you, Renee. I'm excited for the new books. There's 2 books I'm working on right now, and I'm really excited to work on them so I can bring them to you. But to do that, I must write them. All right. All my love. Take good care, sweet ones. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.